A very good morning to all of you, my dear friends. This is Shafiq Ahmed, and you're all welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, Let's Learn Together. So, welcome back to my dear students. Our next topic is what that you will have to think and answer me few questions. And what are these? Let us see. Uh, how to find out the time from the time period? Because we know that time period has been divided into three different time periods. है ना? That is proto history we have learned, है ना? That is, and then prehistory and the history. So how will you find out the time? आपको time कैसे आप पता करेंगे? How will you find out the time? How many years are between 400 BC and 200 BC? Now, obviously, this is 200 years because you just imagine that 400 BC में भी क्या लगा है लास्ट में BC and 200 BC में भी क्या लगा है लास्ट में क्या लगा है BC. So here the unit of measurement of time is in both the cases are same. यहाँ भी BC है और यहाँ भी PC है. So what is the difference between this 400 and 200? Then everyone can tell me by subtracting that there is a difference of 200 years, sir. So you are right, my dear, that there is a difference of 200 years over here between 400 BC and 200 BC. That is quite easy. बट हाउ मेनी ईयर्स आर बिटवीन एडी 200 एंड एडी 400? फिर यहाँ पर भी आप देखें एडी लगा हुआ है दोनों जगह पर, एडी 200 एडी 400. देन अगेन यू कैन सब्ट्रैक्ट 400 से 200 माइनस करेंगे, you will get 200. Then you can easily tell me that there is a difference of 200 years, sir. Then you are again correct, my dear students, that there is a difference of 200 years because AD 200 और AD 400 को माइनस करना बहुत आसान है. Likewise, we can subtract 400 BC and 200 BC very easily. But now there is a twist in the third question. अब जो थर्ड क्वेश्चन है यहाँ पर ट्विस्ट है. How many years are there between 400 BC and AD 200? देखो यहाँ पर दोनों चेंज हो गया. यहाँ पर 400 के साथ क्या लगा है? BC लगा है. And what is added with 200 over here? AD. तो यहाँ पर यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट ऑफ टाइम आर डिफरेंट. 400 के साथ BC लगा है और 200 के साथ में AD लगा है. Here the years are different. So here we to calculate, how will you calculate the difference between these 200 years? Then you will have to add both. आपको क्या करना होगा, ये 400 and 200 को ऐड करना होगा. देन यू विल गेट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दिस टू पर्टिकुलर ईयर्स. 400 BC और 200 AD के बीच में कितना डिफरेंस है, हाउ मच डिफरेंस इज देयर, देन यू विल हैव टू ऐड ओवर हियर. Means if there is two different types of measurement, one will be BC and other will be AD, then what you will have to get the difference, what you will have to get, what you will have to do to get the difference between these 2 years, you will have to just add 400 plus 200. So you can say easily that there is a difference of 600 years. So this is the very easy formula, my dear students, that you can easily find out the difference between BC and AD, because BC is the year that goes backward and AD used to go forward. So one is backward and one is forward. So in this case, you will have to add both these years to get the difference between these 2 years, 400 and 200. So what you will have to do, just you will have to add 400 and 200. Now, there is another twist for you, my students. Now you will have to answer this, that Chandragupta Maurya became the ruler in 321 BC. इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है कि चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य became the ruler in 321 BC. Then how will you calculate from now on? अभी के डेट से आप कैसे बता सकते हैं कि कितना साल पहले, how many years back Chandragupta Maurya was the ruler? How will you say now at current at present? So calculate how many years ago it happened. आपको क्या calculate करना है कि कितने साल पहले हुआ था ये. Now you tell me, my students, that today the year is 2020 और ये 2020 क्या है, AD है या BC है? What is it? Is it AD or AD? Is it BC? So obviously this 2020 is after the birth of Jesus Christ. So we can say that this 2020 is what? AD 2020. और ये 321 क्या है? BC है. So there is a change. यहाँ पर change है ना, AD एक है और एक BC है. तो ऐसा change होने से क्या करना होगा? What you will have to do? You will have to just add 2020 and this 321. You can see in this particular timeline, you can see जैसे number line होता है mathematics में, likewise it is in history you will find timeline. Mathematics में क्या होता है? Number line. लेकिन यहाँ हिस्ट्री में क्या होता है? टाइमलाइन. दिस इज नोन एज टाइमलाइन. अब ये टाइमलाइन में देखते हैं क्या है. आप देख रहे, यू कैन सी BC में क्या हो रहा है, 4000 से स्टार्ट हुआ है, इट स्टार्ट विथ 4000, लेकिन ये फॉरवर्ड जब आगे बढ़ता है ये क्या हो जाता है, माइनस होता है, 3000 हो गया, फिर 2000 हो गया, फिर 1000 हो गया, यू कैन सी। यानी कि बीसी क्या होता है, वो डिक्रीज होता है, घटते जाता है, वो माइनस होते जाता है। लेकिन बट यू कैन सी ओवर हियर एडी, दैट इज आफ्टर द बर्थ ऑफ जीसस क्राइस्ट, इट मूव्स अहेड, 1000 के बाद 2000, 3000, 4000 लाइक दिस। तो अब आप हमको बताइए कि what is the difference, what is the difference between 321 BC and the difference between AD 2020. So obviously you will tell me, my dear student, that you will have to add this 321 BC and 2020. Then what you will find, 2020 plus 321, you will find that it is 2341, no, no? That if you will add, so 2341 years back, Chandragupta Maurya was the king of India over here in our country. So I hope that you might have got this particular point from my side, my dear students. I all. So our next topic is what, the importance of geography in history. Now there is a good question over here, that how geography is important in history. Geography का क्या importance है history में, ये हम लोगों को देखना है. Because we all know that India is a vast country. India ना बहुत बड़ा country है, and different type of people are living in different regions of India, and everywhere the climate is not same. The mountains, the rivers, the oceans are not same everywhere in India. We are living in a very vast country, and different type of people with different type of language, different type of food habit, different type of clothes, they are all living in India together, united, you know, in a united way. So that's why we have to divide this type of people, different type of people, living in different parts of India, so that we can deal with them, we can study about them separately. That's why we will have to divide our country into 4 different parts. We are going to divide it into 4 different parts, so that we can study about them in a very good way. So India is a vast country with different geographical locations, geographical features. I told you that climate are different in different parts of India, weather are different, and rivers, oceans, even water, you know, facilities and different type of facilities are different in different part of India. So we have to divide them, and we will have, then we will be able to study them properly. Otherwise, we will be mixed up. है ना, हम लोगों को फिर समझ में नहीं आएगा कि what we are learning, what we are not learning. So it is better, my dear students, that we should divide these particular steps and set, so that we can start asking. Okay, so let us move ahead. What is our next line, what is next topic? To understand the geographical division of India, we have to classify them, that we have to separate them, divide them, so that we can study about those in a better way. And that is the thing that I am asking you. So we should divide it. And what are those 4 divisions? Let me tell you, my dear students. Number 1, the Great Himalaya. Number 2, the Gangetic Plains. Number 3, the Vindhyas of Central India. And the last one is what? The last division that we will go through, about the Deccan. So let us study all of them one by one. Let us first study about the Great Himalaya. What is this importance? Whether it is Great Himalaya is important for us or not. Let us go through. The Great Himalaya is in the north of India and northeast also. It is quite reaching towards northeast also, and it provide a barrier. It provide a barrier to the harsh climate as well as attacks. Means it is protecting us from the unkind climate. This Great Himalaya is protecting us from different type of unkind climate, which is not favorable for us, and even it is saving our country India from the foreigners attacks also. ये हम लोगों के attacks, है ना, दूसरे लोगों को अटैक से हम लोगों को बचाता भी है ये ग्रेट हिमालय. दैट इज व्हाई दिस ग्रेट हिमालय इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स. इट हैज माउंटेन पासेस, है ना, बहुत सारे रास्ते बने हुए हैं माउंटेन्स में, थ्रू विच वी कैन ट्रेवल in search of what? In search of food, in search of job, in search of many precious metals, even many precious stones also. So these mountains are having passage also, that is known as mountain passes. So these mountains are having passages through which we can travel, and we can search things for our use. and even we can escape natural disasters also. We can take shelter also in those particular passages which are in the mountains. We can save ourselves from natural disaster. Natural disaster means earthquake और बहुत ज्यादा बारिश होना, flood है ना. We can save us from too much rain also. We must save us from very harsh climate that is nowadays we are facing in Gaya also, in India also, that the sun is shining very brightly and is quite hot, that the temperature is crossing 50 degree. So we can save us from this 50-degree temperature by escaping in the mountains also, by taking shelter in the holes of the mountains also. So that's why this great Himalaya is quite important for us. Even mountains are very important for us. We should not destroy the mountains also. They act as a barrier, they act as a savior for us. So there are few examples, my dear students. The Garo, Khasi, and the Jaintia hills of Meghalaya are these examples of this Himalayan range. ये कौन से हैं? ये सब hills है. These are the hills. The Garo hill, Khasi hills, and the Jaintia hills, which are where it is. It is in the state of Meghalaya, which are really protecting us and giving us a lot of things for living, such as water and many things. Now in this great Himalaya, there is a Indus Valley also. What is this? It was here the great Harappan civilization. Civilization means Sabhyata, yani ke type of people who were living in this particular area near the river Indus. River का नाम क्या है? Indus. And in Sanskrit, the name of the river Indus is known as Sindhu. है ना? Sindhu बोलते हैं. In Sanskrit word is a Sindhu is a Sanskrit word which means the river Indus. तो ये इंडस रिवर के आसपास में जो लोग रहते थे, देवर नोन एज हरप्पन सिविलाइजेशन, है ना. वहां के रहने वाले लोगों को क्या कहते हैं? हरप्पन सिविलाइजेशन. दोज हु वर लिविंग इन एंड अराउंड दैट रिवर इंडस, है ना. रिवर इंडस के आसपास में रहते थे जो. द सिटीज, और वहां के आसपास में जो सिटीज थे वो कैसे बने हुए थे? द सिटीज वर बिल्ट ऑफ ब्रिक्स एंड स्टोन. द वेल्स, वाटर स्टोरेज सिस्टम, ड्रेनेज सिस्टम, ये बहुत ही अच्छा था उस वक्त का. दैट वाज क्वाइट वंडरफुल एंड क्वाइट वेल मैनेज्ड आल्सो. वाटर स्टोरेज सिस्टम, पानी को जमा करना. ड्रेनेज सिस्टम मींस द वेस्ट ऑफ द factories, the waste from our house also, they used to pass through a drainage system. But in Bihar, we are having this drainage system on the, we can say on the road, above the road. But in major cities, in very good cities like Kolkata, Chennai, the drainage system is underground. That is why in those cities you will never find mosquitoes. But why do we find mosquitoes in Bihar, in Gaya, and in other places? Because the drainage system is above the ground and it is open. And we all know, when there is a drainage system, when the water will stagnant, will stay at particular place for some time, then there will be breeding of mosquitoes will born there, and they will start biting us and we will become sick. So this is the thing that was very good in those time. Drainage system was very good in that time, in the Indus Valley, in the Harappan civilization time. The cities were built of bricks, है ना. ईटा से बना हुआ था पूरा शहर. मींस देयर वर नो प्लास्टर किया हुआ नहीं. अभी तो आप देखेंगे बिल्डिंग्स बहुत सारे प्लास्टर किए रहते हैं, है ना, मैक्सिमम. सो इन दैट टाइम द सिटीज वर बिल्ट ऑफ ब्रिक्स एंड इवन स्टोन्स. और पत्थर से लोग घर बनाते थे अपने सिटीज या अपने घर के रहने के लिए. घर कैसे बनाते थे? स्टोन से और ब्रिक्स से. If you want to visit, you can visit Nalanda, Nalanda Open University, and there you will find that the houses are made of bricks. Even that university is made of brick only and stones. So it is quite good to visit for all of you. You should visit that Nalanda University there in Nalanda. So ask your parents after lockdown; they will let you go there and visit also. And I think that from our school also we have visited there, that Nalanda few months ago. So the wells, water storage system, and the drainage system, all these systems were quite splendid and very well planned at that particular time in the Indus Valley civilization time. The people of Indus Valley, they used to make jewelry and toys, है ना, अपने बच्चों के लिए, अपने families के लिए. They used to make jewelries and toys for their children, and they also developed a system of weight and measurement also. Means किसी भी सामान को कैसे weight करना है, वजन कैसे करना है. Nowadays how are we weighing particular thing? We are weighing with the help of kilogram, है ना. We used to measure something with the help of kilometer, centimeter, decimeter. So likewise, they also developed at their time different types of weight and measurement system also. Like nowadays we are having kilogram, gram, decigram, milligram. So likewise, they were also having some type of system of measuring and weighing something. So that was a really very quite wonderful civilization, Harappan civilization, that has leave us a lot of things to learn. We have learned a lot of things from that Harappan civilization, and we have developed those things. And nowadays we are using the developed versions of their uses of their ideas. So we should be very thankful to those Harappan civilization people. Let us the now we our next topic is what? Our next topic is the Gangetic Plain. We will have to study about the Gangetic Plains. That is our next topic. So as we have divided our physical feature into 4 different parts, this is the next part. That is the Gangetic Plain. Okay. Next part Gangetic Plain में क्या है जरा देखते हैं हम लोग. Let us see. It is one of the most fertile area. Fertile means यहाँ पर बहुत अच्छे agriculture होता है. यहाँ के soils बहुत अच्छे हैं, है ना. It is very good for growing different type of crops. The Gangetic Plain, and it is supporting a large population of India. और क्योंकि ये एग्रीकल्चर के लिए अच्छा है तो हमारे बड़े पॉपुलेशन को ये काफी सपोर्ट करता है. दिस गैंगेटिक प्लेन, है ना, नियर द रिवर गंगा. So let us see the Ganga, Yamuna और उसके branches, and their different branches, they provide water. The most important thing for growing the crops is what? Water. So this Ganga river, Yamuna river and their branches, they used to provide water for irrigation for the vast plains, and for the plain area where we are doing agriculture. So this is providing a lot of things. Next is next topic is what? The Vindhyas of सेंट्रल इंडिया. सेंट्रल इंडिया के टॉपिक्स को भी देख लेते हैं हम लोग. द विंध्या रेंजेस divides the subcontinent, that is our continent, into northern India and southern India. We will have a look at this particular Vindhya range with the help of map also. Map के जरिए से भी हम लोग देखेंगे later on. So this Vindhya range, that is range of mountains. Range over here means range of mountains. So Vindhya mountains, that is Vindhya range of mountains, that is dividing our continent, that is our country, into 2 different parts. That is northern India and southern India. The northern slope, that is drained by the tributaries of the Ganga. So in the northern part of our India, the tributaries of Ganga, means the branches of Ganga river, are coming in the northern slope, while the southern slope is drained by the Narmada river. तो northern part पे कौन सा river है? गंगा and its branches. और साउदर्न पार्ट में इंडिया का कौन सा रिवर का काम हो रहा है? नर्मदा रिवर. मींस नर्मदा रिवर इज प्रोवाइडिंग अ लॉट ऑफ वाटर टू द साउदर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया, दैट इज केरला, है ना. नीचे आप देखेंगे साउथ में इंडिया का केरला है ना. Chennai, you can find Chennai city, Chennai also, na. So Tamil Nadu is also there in the south. So, and in the northern part of India, that is New Delhi is there, and even in the northern part of India, that is Jammu and Kashmir is also there in the northern part of India. So the Ganga river is providing water in the northern part, and Narmada river is providing water in the southern part of India. So we have divided India. This particular Vindhya range has divided India into 2 different parts. That is the northern and the southern. And the last one is what? The Deccan. The Deccan is the last part that we have to study, because we have divided our country into 4 different physical features. That is, agriculture is quite developed in the Deccan, and that was the place where it was developed first. Agriculture, लोगों ने agriculture करने को सीखा. They learned how to do agriculture. They learned how to grow crops first in the Deccan. Deccan is also known for its unique culture and tradition. और डेक्कन का जो कल्चर जो है, वहाँ का कल्चर जो है वो यूनिक है. दैट इज यूनिक, दैट मीन्स दैट कल्चर कैन नॉट बी फाउंड थ्रू आउट इंडिया. पूरे इंडिया में ये कल्चर नहीं मिल सकता फिर. और इवन देयर ट्रेडिशन आर क्वाइट फेमस. ट्रेडिशन का मतलब क्या होता है? यानी वो लोग जो पहले से फॉलो करते हैं, जो आपके पूर्वज फॉलो करते थे, और एंसेस्टर, व्हाट योर एंसेस्टर्स वर फॉलोइंग एंड यू आर आल्सो फॉलोइंग, दैट इज योर ट्रेडिशन. That is your habit that you are following from the very beginning. Your father was following, and your father's father means that your grandfather was also following, and now you are also following. So that is the tradition. And they were also having this, the people in the Deccan, they were also having unique culture. So these, their unique culture and their unique tradition is also known as Dravidian culture. क्या नाम है उनका कल्चर का? नाम है Dravidian culture, because they were having very unique one. और आपको पता है कि एग्रीकल्चर वाज फर्स्ट डेवलप्ड इन द डेक्कन ओनली. अब वहां के लोग कौन कौन सा काम करते थे, लेट अस सी. डेक्कन इज आल्सो नोन फॉर मेगालिथ्स, मैग्निफिसेंट टेम्पल्स. यानी मेगालिथ्स मींस बहुत बड़े बड़े वो लोग बिल्डिंग्स बनाते थे, है ना. दे यूज्ड टू मेक लार्ज बिल्डिंग्स, एंड दे यूज्ड टू मेक मैग्निफिसेंट मींस वेरी बिग टेम्पल्स, beautiful temples also. And they used to live and enjoy Sangam culture. Sangam culture means it is a culture which is quite mixed, यानी सब लोग मिल जुल कर रहते थे. और their literature was known as Sangam culture also, Sangam literature. People in the Deccan lived near the bank of the rivers. Means they wanted to live near the rivers, near the banks means near the side of the rivers, near the coast of the rivers. Why they wanted to live there? Because they get a lot of water, because water as well as soil was quite available near the rivers. रिवर के करीब जो सॉइल रहेगा, द सॉइल विल आल्सो बी वेरी फर्टाइल, मींस द सॉइल विल कंटेन अ लॉट ऑफ clay and different type of materials in the soil, which is quite good for growing the crops. So that is why people who were living near the bank of the rivers, near the rivers, they were getting a lot of water easily. Even the soil was very good for growing crops at that particular place. That's why people want to live near the rivers only, so that they can get to these two things very easily, water and soil. And we all know that water and soil are quite important for growing crops, है ना. एग्रीकल्चर के लिए ये दोनों चीज काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. इसलिए ज्यादातर लोग जो डेक्कन में होते थे, दे यूज्ड टू लिव नियर द बैंक ऑफ द रिवर्स. Because of what? Because of water and fertile soil. See, rivers provided water for irrigation, drinking, washing, fishing and navigation by boats. Rivers उनको water देता था. Water, they get water from the rivers for what? For irrigation means for that agriculture, है ना. Crops grow करने के लिए उनको पानी चाहिए. For drinking also they need water, so they were getting water from the river also. And they were washing their clothes and utensils, many things, and even they were having bath in the river also. That's why rivers were providing water for to them for washing also. Even for fishing is a good, very good tradition of that particular time. They used to trade in fish also. यानी वो लोग fish पकड़ के बेचा करते थे. They used to do the trade in fishing also, है ना. वहां से फिश निकाल के रिवर से एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाकर बेचना, that is known as fish trade. So they were doing fishing also. And navigation means to move one place from other place with the help of boat. एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाने को बोलते हैं navigation. So river, from the help of the river they were moving by boats also from one place to another. तो आप देख रहे हैं rivers कितना काम का चीज है, कितना चीज प्रोवाइड करता है rivers हम लोगों को. नर्मदा वैली ऑफ मध्य प्रदेश is an great example of the Deccan. तो ये डेक्कन का एक बड़ा एग्जाम्पल कहाँ है? मध्य प्रदेश में. और वहां के कौन से वैली के बारे में बात हो रहा है? The Narmada Valley of Deccan is a quite good example for that. Let me share some view with the particular Narmada Valley Deccan rivers. You can see this particular fish photographs. You can see this is one of the valley of the Narmada River. Narmada River का एक ये क्या है? That is the branch. You can say that is the passage going, the water of the Narmada River is going through. So you can see over here. So the people used to live around this particular river side, so that they can get water easily. And even the soils near this river are quite very fertile, so that they can grow crops easily. So I have shown you that people, the first people to grow crops like wheat and barley. The first people were growing two crops, wheat and barley. And those people were known as the people of Suleiman and the Karthar hills in the northwest. And they were growing these particular crops like wheat and barley. Where they were growing? They were growing in the Karthar hill, Karthar hills in the northwest side of India. And the people were known as Suleiman people. And let me show you that also, Suleiman people. Let me show you. I have got this one. This is the map. So we will discuss in detail about this map in our next class, my dear students. Be there and watch it and be attentive in our next class so that we can learn a lot of thing in this in our next class about the Suleiman people and the Kartar Hills. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Hope that you have liked the video, and we will meet again in our next video release of the tutorial. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the information of the next release of the tutorial. Please share it with your friends and others also. Thank you for the time being. Take care. Stay at home. Bye bye. Take care.